Hey there, welcome back to A Little Less Lisa. If you are new to this channel or if you are coming over from my sort of main YouTube channel, welcome. I'm happy to have you here. For those of you who don't know me, as I said, my name is Lisa. I am in the middle of my life and I am on, at the moment, a weight loss journey that will then evolve, there we go, into more of a health and wellness, to just try to maximize my health over the next however many years I have left. So anyway, that is what this is all about. I am taking a GLP-1 medication. I take a compounded version of TIRZEPATIDE. Mostly because I don't want to deal with the whole shortage issue. So I actually just switched telehealth providers, and I'll probably talk about that in my next video. And I was offered the option of moving to Zepbound in this case, but one, my insurance won't cover it, so it will be way more expensive than the compound, and two, it is getting so hard to find these medications now, and I just personally don't have the time to sit there and call, 100, 300 pharmacies in a 6-hour radius, and then not to mention I have no way to get there. So anyway, that being said, I am on the compounded version and it's been going very well for me. So let's talk about what happened during my 5th week on this medication, and I'll tell you what dosage I took and how much weight I lost and all the things. So let's get into it. Okay, so just as a brief reminder, or in case you missed the sort of part 2 to my introduction to this channel, like I said, I am taking a compounded version of Zepbound, which is TIRZEPATIDE, or it's also mounjaro. It's the same medication. I'm just taking it a compounded version as opposed to the name brand, which is in like the injector pens. I did 4 weeks on 2.5, which is the sort of loading or starting dose. And if you look at the way the studies were done by Eli Lilly, who's the manufacturer of this drug, they moved people up in the studies every 4 weeks. So after 4 weeks, you would move to 5.0 and then 7.5, etc. It's basically a 2.5 step each time up to a maximum of 15. Lots of people I don't know how in the how recent past, because I haven't gone back into the archives of Facebook groups and things like that. But it's pretty well known now that, and I think a lot of providers are jumping on this bandwagon too, that you really only need to move up in doses when you're not seeing weight loss results anymore. So I sort of toyed, I was trying to decide last week whether I would move to 5.0 or whether I would stay on 2.5. And I had sort of told myself, because the 3rd week, I think I lost 1.4 pounds, which is not a bad loss. Please don't misunderstand me. But if maybe I had lost less than that, I probably would have been very much on the, okay, yeah, I need to move up to 5 because I'm seeing slower results now, whatever. I had a great loss that 4th week. It was like 2.8 or something like that. So based on sort of my criteria that I originally went into the 4th week with, of if I don't have a good weight loss, I would move up. I did have a good weight loss. So why did I move up and take my 5th injection as 5.0? I did because I started to get some of the food noise and some hunger back almost really towards sort of mid-week. It wasn't even, as some people experience, which I had never experienced, towards the end as you're getting very close to your shot day, because the half-life of the medicine has done its thing in your system and it's exiting your system. I'd never had that the first 3 weeks, and so to have that, and even have it, like I said, maybe starting day 3 after I took my shot, I thought, well, let me, I sort of put a pin in that and remembered that, and then said, okay, well, let's see how the weight loss is and we'll kind of assess. Now, obviously I had a really good weight loss, but I decided that I would still move up to the 5.0 because for me, that food noise being extinguished is huge for me. Like, that is probably one of the biggest benefits of this medication for me, of anything. So I moved up to the 5.0. So how did that week go? Because now I've taken my 6th injection. So just to, I guess also to set the stage to let you know, I take my injections on a Friday. So Friday morning is my weigh-in day, and then I generally take my shot somewhere in the afternoon, early evening-ish, sometime around there. Probably will be having to shift that due to some travel coming up, but for the moment, it's on Fridays. So last Friday, I took what was my 6th injection. And I'll tell you what I took for that based on what I'm going to tell you for week 5. So I moved up to 5.0. I have continued to take the shot in my abdomen because I had a really bad bruising issue when I did it in my thigh. It probably had absolutely nothing to do with my thigh. It all had to do with the fact that I hit a blood vessel, but I don't know. It just made me think I should just stay in the stomach because that seemed to work. Well, I felt like crap. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I felt like crap. I was nauseous probably 3/4 of the day. I had extreme food aversion to the point where, I mean, just like looking at something made me think I was going to throw up. I actually did throw up one night. That was the first time that has happened, and I don't think it was because of spoiled food at all, because I'm pretty sure we all ate the same thing that night. I can't even remember now, but yeah, it was bad. I had horrible sulfur burps. I haven't had that being on this medication up until now. It was just bad. I was exhausted. I found myself wanting to take naps. I wasn't sleeping well during the evening, at actual nighttime, during sleeping time. Anyway, it was bad. Weight loss was great and probably a little excessive. So, like I said, my 5th shot, I did 5 milligrams, and again, I did that in my abdomen. And for my 5th week in this process, I lost 3.6 pounds. So in 5 weeks, I have lost a total of 19.2 pounds, which is, just very slightly under 4 pounds a week, which is a lot, given the fact that I'm not morbidly obese and I don't weigh 300 pounds, okay? So for somebody to continuously lose close to 4 pounds a week is probably excessive. And I can tell you it's probably because last week I was so far under my caloric goal, which is still a deficit, but my caloric goal to lose at sort of a healthy 1.5 pound or so, pound per week loss clearly went out the window. So on the one hand, yay, lost 3.6 pounds, right? Yeah, 3.6 pounds, and I'm almost down 20 pounds, which is incredible. But I did not like the way I felt. Now, because of that, I thought, you know what? Maybe I just need to go back to 2.5 because I cannot keep feeling the way I'm feeling on this 5.0. And I realize I do understand that, you have to get used to the medicine, that, when you start a new dose, you're likely to experience more side effects or experience side effects more strongly that maybe you were already feeling, things like that. But I mean, I can understand if a person felt like I felt during my 5th week, and they've felt that basically the whole time they've been on the medication, I can understand why those people go off this medicine, because there are people that decide this is not for me because there are too many negative side effects. So because of how bad I felt, I decided to go back down to 2.5. And obviously I'll let you know how I feel this, the week that I'm in right now, which is week 6, at the end of the week. So I did decide to move down to 2.5. I was just watching a video before I started filming this video of somebody who was talking, and I'll have the creator, her name is Allie, I'll have her channel linked below. So if you want to check her out, she also has a really great Facebook group that she has started. Allie does great research, I have to say, and is a wealth of knowledge. So if you are looking for more detailed information about this medication and kind of do's and don'ts and things like that, I would point you to Allie's channel. I think she does a really nice job. Speaking of that, I will do soon like an upcoming Q&A kind of video, because I've gotten questions obviously since I started this channel, and so I'm trying to sort of gather all of those and answer some of those questions. Quite a few of them were definitely myths, so I look forward to sort of debunking those. But anyway, I digress. My point was, I was watching a video that Allie just posted, and she is doing an experiment right now where she is injecting only in her abdomen, and instead of sort of rotating through the sites. So if you're not familiar, you can inject in the back of your arm, your abdomen, or your thigh. It's a subcutaneous injection, so it only goes into your layer of fat. It doesn't go into muscle. It's not an intramuscular injection. So it's a very small needle. It's an insulin needle. It's super easy to do. So she, I think, may have kind of incorporated some abdomen shots in the past. I think she's been on it for a while now. I don't remember how many weeks, maybe 6 months, something like that, or 4.5 months. I don't know. Check out her channel. You can find out. But she's not new to this. She's not like me and, just in my 6th week kind of thing. So she decided to do an experiment where she only injected in her abdomen, because she had been seeing a lot of anecdotal evidence in the Facebook support groups of people who were getting really great losses taking it in the abdomen. And supposedly, I haven't done the research, but supposedly there are different, can't think of the word I'm looking for, we'll just say results, but there's like a medical term for it. I can't think of what it is right now. By taking it in different places. So, but I guess based on, like I said, sort of the anecdotal evidence, Allie seemed to gather that doing it in your abdomen seemed to increase people's weight loss. And what she has found, I guess I'll sort of be giving the end away here, is that she understands why people have lost more weight in their abdomen, is because she has felt like crap. She's in her 4th week right now, like getting ready to end her 4th week. And she feels like SHIT. And she's like, I get it. She's like, the appetite suppression is incredibly strong. The food aversion is out of control and, over the top. And basically she was describing what I was feeling last week. Now, Allie has been on 5.0 for, maybe I want to say this is like her 3rd box of 5.0. So this was not a new dosage for her like it was for me. So, I obviously can't say that it's the abdomen and that's what's absolutely causing it for me. But I'm trying to figure out what I want to do this coming injection, because I will say that I've pretty much continued feeling not so great, even though I went back down to 2.5, but I injected it in my abdomen again. So basically the last 4 shots I have done have been in the abdomen. So I did the abdomen first week, second week I did my thigh, and then ever since then, so, you know, shot 3, 4, 5, and 6 have all been in the abdomen. So I don't know. I don't know if that's what's causing my issues. I do think I will change injection sites for my I cannot speak, for my 7th injection coming up at the end of this week. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, that's how it's been. And I feel bad because I swear I'll be like sitting on the couch and I'm just feeling miserable, and the kids will come out and say, you know, are you okay? And I'm just like, oh, you know, my stomach is so upset. And I have told them that I am taking a new medication. They don't know what the medication is. They don't know what the medication is for. Just as an FYI, I do not, and I can't remember if I've mentioned this in my first 2 videos, I do not talk about weight loss. I do not talk about dieting. I do not talk about anything weight related with any of my children, just because of how I grew up again and just saw dieting like constantly and consistently while I was growing up. So it was just a blanket statement of, mommy's taking some new medicine and it's taking me a while to get used to it, kind of thing. So yeah, it's been, like I said, not super fun this past week. So there you go. That is my recap for week 5 on a GLP-1 agonist. Please leave me any comments or questions that you have below. Like I said, I will be filming a kind of a Q&A type of video coming up soon. So if you have specific questions about my journey or about medications or tips and tricks or things I've learned over the last 5 weeks, I'm certainly by no means an expert, but I will try to answer whatever questions I feel like I am able to answer. So put those in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, I would love it if you would give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. If you would like, you just click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when I upload videos, which at this point is, you know, a little sporadic. So if you have the notification bell turned on, then you'll get, you know, notified by YouTube that I've uploaded a video. If you have missed the part 1 and part 2 of sort of the introduction to this channel, one of those videos will pop up here for you to watch. So check that out if you haven't. And instead of my normal tagline from my other channel, I thought we might try a new one here. And that is, joy and hate both spread the same. The choice is yours. Thanks, guys. See you in the next one. Bye.